It is my pleasure to make a formal presentation and share where we are in the process in the development of our strategic plan. I'm also excited to share our hopes, our aspirations, our goals that have become an outcome of this important process. I want to thank our administrative team, our Board of Education, our staff, our families, as the thoughts and ideas all in this plan came from the feedback in our process. If you remember, we began the strategic planning process in January 2020 with an exchange survey through Thought Exchange, and we had tremendous responses from our families, from our parents, and from our staff. We had a community meeting planned for March 2020, and then the pandemic hit. We made a conscious decision to hold off on our strategic plan, as at that point, we couldn't imagine looking 3 to 5 years out. We were in survival mode. Even planning 5 days in advance was often challenging, as we were trying to keep schools open, students and staff safe, while providing a sound educational program. So then, after 18 months of operating in pandemic mode, this summer, we were finally at a place where we could focus on our future. We knew that we could use what we learned during the pandemic and develop a comprehensive plan that would help shape our district for the next 5 years. And I am excited, as I've shared at several board meetings, as our plan is not a giant binder that's going to sit on a shelf, but a working document, a strategic plan that shapes our actions and shapes our decisions. It is a plan that can and will grow with us and adapt as we want to create excellence. It's a plan that we will ensure that everyone knows, all of our students, all of our staff, and all of our families. It's a plan that will create a centralized focus, positive energy, and accountability. The journey in creating a strategic plan is a very valuable one. Members of our central office team have been working with consultants, meeting weekly since August to develop that plan. Once a month, our leadership team, which are all of our principals, our assistant principals, our supervisors, and central office administrators, met to develop, create, and strengthen the plan. We established the board committee of community relations to help guide the plan, and they also met with our consultants monthly. Looking at all the feedback and data as part of the process, we were affirmed that we're doing many things right, and we should continue those practices and expand them. It was also clear that we do, as recognized during Teacher Appreciation Week, have an amazing, talented staff, but their plates are full. So just like setting goals in our own personal lives, we can't add too much at once. You can't have too many goals and create excellence. We also uncovered several things that we are missing and need more attention. There are opportunities for us to grow and do better. We also found some things that we can stop doing, things that we should eliminate, which will then take things off people's plate and focus on what's important. A lot of feedback went into this process. And again, thank you to all who participated. We conducted 2 surveys of our students in grades 6 through 12 through Panorama Education. Our elementary schools created their own surveys for students. We organized and facilitated several staff and parent surveys. We hosted a community Zoom in December of 2021. And recently, we had several small community conversation meetings to hear from voices that we normally don't hear and capture ideas from people like our BAC, Black Lives Lawrence, ECV, Yorkshire Village, and even the clergy in Lawrence Township. I also shared our plans and our goals with direct link, which includes all of our PTOs and our community partners. After tonight, we will be putting this presentation on our website and sharing it with all of our staff. with a feedback form to get more input and solicit feedback and ideas and suggestions. Our plan is not finalized yet, and even when it is, as I said before, it's a working document that will evolve as we learn and grow. Throughout the process, 3 themes emerged as critical to our success, and they are all quite tightly woven and tightly intertwined. The first one is wellness, which includes mental health and social emotional well-being. The second, student achievement, and the third, equity. In everyone we talk to, in person and through our surveys, and even our own leadership team, said you need all 3 working together to create excellence. To thrive in student achievement, you have to have wellness, you have to have equity. And to excel in equity, you have to have high student achievement and a focus on wellness. Hence, the symbol of the 3-twined rope, all twisted together. And based on that feedback, we created 3 aspirational statements that will lead and guide our district into the future. The first, under wellness, is that we know and understand our students as the unique individuals that they are. Second, under student achievement, we will engage each student at their level and facilitate high levels of learning and cultivate curiosity. And for equity, that we would welcome, celebrate, and build relationships with everyone in our community. These statements need to guide everything that we do, and we want, as I said before, everyone to know them: our students, our staff, our parents, and our community. And we have to continually ask ourselves then, when we do anything, does this grow each theme? A key element that continued to surface and come to the forefront as we talked about those 3 themes was the sense of belonging. There is an abundant amount of research that it is paramount to learning and student success and student achievement. And we all know from our personal lives how important belonging is.
You had so much to offer yesterday. You okay?
I'm tired.
So what's going on?
Strong relationships are central to the learning process. What the science of learning and development tells us is that we need to create learning environments which allow for strong long-term relationships for children to become attached to school and to the adults and other children in it.
When children have experiences of closeness and consistency and trust, oxytocin is released. Oxytocin has many, many positive effects on the development of the brain. So when we think about a relationship, we're not just talking about being nice to a child. We're talking about a child having an experience of attunement and trust strong enough to release the hormone oxytocin.
Good morning, Ariella. How you doing today?
The purpose of the morning greeting is to connect with them and to just make sure that I'm seeing them as humans. Like, I'm making that relationship with them, making that bond.
I prioritize relationship building because getting to know them is the best part of the job.
When I come in the morning, we usually talk about things that are happening in our community.
We're trying to build caring and respect.
The teacher is trying to understand who I am and my values as a person.
When I have a free 45 minutes or an hour, I think to myself, I could sit down and catch up on Grady, or I could go and make connections, whether it's a smile or a joke or a reminder. It validates their presence in the building.
Rock it out in the art room. It starts from so much honesty and transparency with kids. It's really easy to strive to be this idealized, always ready to go elementary school teacher, and that's not real and that's not human. When people start talking about other things while I'm still giving directions, it feels frustrating for me and I have to take a breath. My students connect most with me when they see that I also struggle and I also have challenges. It takes a lot of vulnerability on my part.
Total familiarity.
When that student knows that you care about them, when they know that you're a human, their academic performance in your class is going to be better.
If I'm comfortable around them, then I'm more confident around them, and it's easier to ask questions and things like that.
So when you're looking at this graph, what is it that you think happened?
Some teachers I don't always get along with the best, so then sometimes I'm like, I can't do it, so I'm just not gonna do it. But when I like the teacher, I want to do their work. I'll be like, I can learn this.
You all have done outstanding work.
Emotion and learning are completely connected. If you're in a positive emotional space, if you feel good about yourself, your teacher, that actually opens up the opportunity for more learning.
Good to see.
Thanks.
So from our aspirational statements, we developed lofty goals. This process provided a lot of rich discussion and important dialogue. When you look, our goals include bold statements like all students, all staff, staff diversity will mirror student diversity. There were some discussions that using the word all is impossible. But I argue all must be something that we always strive for. That is the journey. As you know, I was a teacher, and on field trips, my goal was not to bring 80% of the students back. I think my goal was to expect all come back. Many know I talk about my two daughters, and when I taught them to cross the street, I did not set a goal to teach them to go across 90% of the way and expect and hope the other 10% would happen. It just doesn't work. We have to expect all. Can we get all students and all staff feeling like they belong? Can we get all students reading at grade level? Well, I say we have to try. I believe in our staff. I believe in our students. I believe in our families. If any district can do it, it is ours. So we set the 8 goals, and because they're important, I want to read them to you. The goals under wellness are all students are provided with the health and wellness support that they need to be ready to engage in learning. Number 2, all students and all staff feel like they belong. Number 3, all staff are appreciated and valued as professionals. Under student achievement, all students will read at grade level by the end of grade 3. All students are prepared to take algebra in grade 8. Those 2 measures of student achievement, reading at the grade 3 is a huge predictor of academic and future success, and so is being able to take algebra in grade 8. Next, all students will have a defined personalized goal and personalized learning pathways. Under equity, the performance disparity between racial, ethnic, and gender groups will be eradicated. And last, staff diversity will mirror student diversity. Now, of course, and obviously, those are not all of our goals. Those are the goals for our strategic plan that shape our major decisions. But I know alone in the high school, they have a literacy goal. So we can have other goals, we can have other things we focus on, but these are the critical strategies we need to go beyond so we become excellent as a district. And to be honest, I don't know how to make all these goals a reality right now. And that's a good thing, because if they were easy to do, people would be doing them. I don't know if we can make them all happen next year. But I would say we can do that, just not yet. But I believe we can. If not us, who? If not trying now, when? The good news is we have so many current initiatives that are supporting this important work. We are not adding tons to our teachers and our administrators' plates. We are going to continue so many of our things that we've started 3, 5, 2, 6 months ago. Efforts with restorative practices and responsive classroom, training in nurtured heart, trauma-informed practices, and all the work and effort we do that have us recognized as a district of character. our focus on literacy, the new math program we have for our elementary schools, the PD we offer to fill our teachers' toolkits to help them differentiate, and the tools like iReady we give them to help them personalize. We have equity champions working with our staff to enhance our efforts with diversity, equity, and inclusion. And we need to continue and enhance our efforts to recruit, retain, and support a diverse candidate of new hires. We have done an excellent job with that by looking at our new class of hires for the last 2 years. And then we have new initiatives to support our goals. Some we will build over the summer. Some we have to research and learn how to do better. Some may happen in year 2. But some of the exciting things that I want to highlight is we will design new back-to-school nights that are a celebration of our students in our district, that is welcoming and inviting, and it includes our students. We'll use this as an opportunity to showcase our district and build relationships with our families. We will build a schedule for teachers. We have a fantastic staff. They have, as I said before, so much on their plate. We need to give them time throughout the year to value them as professionals, time so they can plan, analyze, work together, grow, and also take care of themselves. We need to find ways to engage our students in meaningful activities and learning, while teachers then are meeting to collaborate, grow, and create excellence towards these goals. We will create a robust mentoring system for our students. We have several pockets of great mentoring happening. We can learn from that and build it district-wide across our district. We will use the skill of our parents to help support other parents. We will redesign our academic support program to find ways to help and enhance students who are struggling. And we will design and redesign our career academies at the high school to give more voice and choice to our students, more opportunities for college credit and internships. And if you look at the next slide, it really shows the process and how we are planning and mapping it out over time. As soon as our students are done this school year in a few short weeks, we will be planning and redesigning that back to school night so that can happen this September. This summer, we will start figuring out ways to creatively scheduling our teachers, keeping our students in school, but giving them time to plan and collaborate while we work on our students' social and emotional well-being. We will work this summer and implement this year that mentoring system for our students. We have to figure out how to use our parents better. That's going to take some time, and you see that will start in the fall and continue through the year and probably be implemented the following school year. We're highlighting the way that we're also doing our student achievement initiatives. We're working on those support programs for academic support and developing that this summer. We will pilot those in certain schools this summer, learn that works, take it, and then do a full implementation the following year of 2023, September. And again, redesigning those career academies is researching, which we have to do first. We have to connect with the businesses and the communities and the colleges, and then develop a comprehensive plan that's going to take 3 to 5 years to implement. The last part of a successful strategic plan is transparency, monitoring and adjusting, and accountability. With that in mind, we will be providing updates to the full board and the community at board meetings, which is that big first red rectangle. And then we're in great shape because we have a board committee structure. So our district leadership team will be sharing during our monthly meetings to update each committee on their respective areas and goals. Under that, our Community Relations Committee will continue to meet throughout the community, throughout the year, to share and get feedback and monitor and adjust our plan. And always, everything we do has a connection and oversight back to Tom and Sean, under Finance and Personnel. So what's next? Well, again, this is a draft. This is a work in progress. We meet again, our leadership team, next Tuesday with our consultants. We are going to put this on our website and send it out to staff for future feedback, and we have a couple more small community meetings in the next couple weeks. We are going to try to create a one-page document that we can hand to parents, we can hand to staff, we can hand it to our kids, that really outline our aspirational statements for next year and our goals for next year, so everybody can understand it and know what and why we're doing when we're doing it. We have to find ways, with Ashaya's help, to communicate and share our strategic plan. We will put it up on our website and have a page dedicated to that to update and give progress in areas that we're doing well in and areas that we need to improve. We also need to solicit the support of our community. We have so many talented parents and businesses that we can capitalize on. It's going to take all of us working together to make all happen. And then, again, we need to set benchmarks and goals for next year that we can measure and show success over time. So with that, I have a lot of excitement for our future. I think that we are targeted for a wonderful next year and beyond. And I believe this can be a document that helps shape our district for the next 3 to 5 years. Thank you.